Billy is a good fighter, so it's gonna be a good fight. I think the styles makes a good fight.
You're leaving before the main event. You're leaving before the main event. Why?
Yeah, I just come to see Jaime Munguia.
That's it.
What a hater! What a hater! Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Lisa, can you hear me? Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Where is the chair? You stole the chair. Where is it at? You're tuning into my channel. Tony also knows boxing. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. There was a little technical difficulty with I need a chair. Yeah, there was a couple of technical difficulties earlier, and now I'm back. Now you can hear me. Frontline was suggesting that I check the audio, and the audio is fine. I have to reiterate, and everything is fine. So yes, so thanks to Frontline for actually bringing that to my attention. I didn't know until he mentioned it. So thanks to Frontline, one of my regulars, Tony Chat. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for letting me know. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Yes, yes, yes. So let me start again. I think it had to do with a picture that I put up, and it was licensed, so I had to put a different picture of Benavidez. So that was probably the issue. Yes. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. We have a couple of fights that are coming up right now. We have, ironically, I didn't think that Errol Spence was going to come back. And Errol Spence, out of nowhere, he already has a fight lined up for July 25th in the United States and July 26th in Australia. Because he's going to fight Tim Tszyu in his hometown, home country of Australia. And he gets a kick out of actually beating him in his hometown. Yes, so July 26th, 25th, Errol Spence versus Tim Tszyu. What do you guys think about that fight? Do you think that Errol Spence is the same fighter that he was before he got into the accident? Let me know in the comment section below. Frontline says, what's crazy is that nobody said nothing to you. Yeah, you're right. You're the only one. And you're not a nobody. You're a somebody, Frontline. Yeah, but you're right. Everybody else, they didn't say anything. They just kept saying hi. But they're not, like, I guess they're not real fans like you. You're a real fan. They were just tuning in. They were being nosy, most likely. So, yeah, so subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Frontline. I appreciate you, man. You're the one that saved the day and saved me the time that I could have wasted. I could have kept recording, and it would have been a long video for nothing. And I appreciate you for letting me know sooner than later. Frontline, I appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. Don't be afraid to click the like button. Don't be afraid to subscribe, and don't be afraid to comment in the comment section. What do you think about Errol Spence versus Tim Tszyu? Do you think that Errol Spence is going to show what he's made of? Basically, he says he gets a kick out of beating somebody in their own country. That's what Errol Spence was saying. Not in those words. I'm just paraphrasing. And Tim Tszyu said that he made a mistake not taking a tune fight to fight him. And, I know that's a lot of talk, and we don't know, we just know that that's going to be an interesting fight. We're going to see what version of Errol Spence we get back in the ring on July 25th, 26th, depending on where you're watching. Is Australia or the United States? In the United States, it's going to be on the 25th. On the 25th, and in Australia, it's going to be on the 26th, on Sunday. So, yeah. So, tune into that, and what do you guys think about the Inoue fight? The Inoue versus Nakatani. I was not able to watch that fight because of it was in Japan and it was in Tokyo. It sold out 55,000 in the Tokyo Dome, which was a lot of people. And from what I read that Inoue won the first 6 rounds, was dominant in the first 6 rounds, and then the last 6 rounds, Nakatani came back, but he didn't do enough to win concisely, like the way Inoue did. But it was a competitive fight, but he won by unanimous decision. Inoue won by unanimous decision, and the fight was as advertised. It was a very interesting and competitive fight, but Inoue did more than enough to win. I would like to watch that fight when I get a chance, but based on what I read, Nakatani started coming on in the last 6 rounds. but it was a little too late. It was too late and not effective enough for him to win the fight. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. I think for sure for the real monster this weekend was David Benavidez, and Nui was the cookie monster. I love that comment, Frontline. I love it. I love the comments. Keep it coming, man. Frontline, beautiful, funny comment. Karik said hi. Karik, thank you for not warning me about the lack of audio. Nah, you wasn't there. I was just being funny. There was other people that were on the live that didn't say anything. But my brother, Frontline 135, who's usually on my channel, is a regular, gave me the warning and told me to get my audio fixed, and I appreciate you, Frontline. Shout out to Frontline 135. Always tuning in. Project Pilot 2007. I'm also Puerto Rican. I'm just scrolling and I found this. Love from Puerto Rico. Man, much respect to you. Project Pilot 2007. Much respect and love. Salute to you. Salute to you, my brother. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You can check out the videos where I interviewed Keith Colon. Keith Colon, the future Puerto Rican champion at the featherweight division. He's 10-0 with 10 KOs. And he fights out of Newark, New Jersey. And he's going to fight June 19th. Check out that interview in my video section. Thank you for all the support. Yes, all the people that are tuning in right now. I got, ooh, I don't want to butcher your name. Emuel 201 Jr. says hi. Yes, salute. Thank you for tuning in. Project Pilot 2007. I'm glad you found my channel. You're not going to be disappointed. This is where you get the unadulterated truth. The realest unadulterated truth. Not holding back. Keeping it real. Giving you the facts. And giving you the knowledge to keep you informed of what's going on in boxing. People that tune into my channel are brave, bold, intelligent, and want to be more informed. And you get in Tony Also Knows Boxing. Tony Also Knows Boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Subscribe to that channel. I love you people. I love you all for tuning in. I got future people coming in, and I got my regulars. No, don't do it. Why are you distracting me?
No, it's good. It's good.
Go to sleep.
No.
Anyway, I'm telling my wife to go to sleep.
No.
Okay, no, don't distract. No, go ahead. Go. Please don't interrupt my video.
I'm
Please.
I'm dead serious. Look.
You see what happens when you get married? This is what happens. Anyway.
This is the unadulterated. What is it that you say?
Unadulterated truth, but stop interrupting my flow.
But look, it's. I'm throwing it out.
Okay. Throw it out. If it makes you feel powerful and controlling, go ahead. Do it.
No.
Anyway,
look.
So back to my channel. All right, so
you
Canelo.
Should show it so they know what I'm talking about.
Look, she wants to throw this out because it has a stain. All right, throw it out.
That's all.
Like I'm rich. Okay, go ahead. Anyway, Frontline inactivity is going to hurt EJ. Go to sleep. I gotta tell my wife to go to sleep because she won't stop. Anyway, I love you, baby. I love you. Anyway, so she's messing up my flow again. Frontline 135 inactivity is gonna hurt EJ Errol Spence versus Tim Australia. Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, it's a really intriguing fight, and I think that is a dangerous fight, especially coming out of a long inactivity of July 2023. That's the last time he fought since he lost to Terence Crawford. It was a brutal knockout. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, but Canelo is set to fight September in Saudi Arabia, and he can't have the Mexican date. David Benavidez got the date. I think he deserves the date. David Benavidez is a monster. This guy was incredible. He threw a lot of combinations very, very fast for a tall fighter like that, and very powerful. It's like amazing. He's one of my favorite fighters, David Benavidez. And the way he knocked out Zurdo was impressive. He knocked him out in the 6th round. It's like Zurdo was fighting in slow motion, like he wasn't enough. Not nothing was slow motion, but he didn't do enough. He didn't throw enough combinations. Like he wasn't able to keep Benavidez off of him. Benavidez hit him with a right hook and a left hook and knocked him down, knocked him out. This guy Benavidez is the truth. He's a problem, and he moved from 175 to 185 cruiserweight, light heavyweight to cruiserweight. He won three championships in 3 different weight classes: 168, 175, and 185. Cruiserweight, light heavyweight, and super middleweight. Wow, that's impressive. And I think that he's getting his just due. But you have Canelo Schmanelo over there watching Jaime Munguia, one of his former victims. And They asked him, why you not watching why you leaving, why you avoiding the main event? Not in those words, but why are you leaving before the main event? Oh, I just come to watch him in Mongia. I just come to watch him. He's a hater. Oh my gosh, he's such a hater. Oh my gosh. Canelo is such a hater, man. Like, he does not like anybody else shining other than him. He's finished. Canelo is finished. He is finished. And I'm so upset that he did that to troll to troll Benavidez, and to kind of like add to like insult him in his own main event, like to tell him like, look, I go to your main event, people are gonna pay attention to me, and I'm gonna ignore you, and I'm gonna just support only the undercard, Jaime Munguia, but I'm not gonna watch your event. That's like, it's like insulting. It's like a disrespectful way to like really throw jabs at him and like really insult him in the best possible way without fighting him. Like, if you really don't like Benavidez that much, just get in the ring and fight with him. But no, you don't want to give him the payday. You're not fighting for no payday. He got money. Everybody wants to see that fight. Benavidez asked everybody after his impressive knockout victory of Zurdo Ramirez, WBO and the WBA championship that he got tonight in that weight division. And he said, and asked the crowd when they interviewed him, he said, does everybody over here want to see me fight Canelo? And everybody was like yelling and screaming and clapping, like in agreement that they want to see him fight Canelo. But Canelo does not want to fight Benavidez, never wants to. Now he wants to fight Billy. Okay, and Billy is 29-0 with one draw and 24 KOs, who had a draw with Lester Martinez, which was a very intense, exciting fight. I saw that fight. I like both fighters. I saw Lester Martinez's last performance, recently. It was okay. I need to see more. I don't know how to read that name. Pahu, whatever your name is. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the name. Yuhu. Okay, whatever. Yuhu too. How you doing? I don't know what your question is, but subscribe to the channel. Tony Osono's Boxing. Canelo's supposed to fight in Saudi Arabia, and he was at the David Benavidez undercard at the event of David Benavidez, but he refused to watch David Benavidez fight. He is such a hater. I hope this is my wholehearted feelings of what I want to happen to Canelo. I want Canelo to get knocked the F out in his next fight against Christian and Billy. I think that Christian and Billy is young. He has power. Will he beat Canelo? We will see how he deals with the veterans' abilities. But right now, I'm going for Christian and Billy because I hate the way Canelo is. He doesn't like to give people credit. He doesn't want nobody else to shine other than him. And he's a has-been right now. To me, Canelo is a has-been. He's a has-been. Canelo is no longer the fighter that he used to be when he first started. And he never, ever got better after fighting and losing to Mayweather. That's a myth. He never was able to deal with boxers. He couldn't deal with the Cuban guy. The Cuban guy that beat him. The Cuban guy that beat him, they gave the fight to Canelo, but the Cuban guy really won the fight when they fought together, when they fought in the ring. And I feel that Canelo never has improved at all. So Canelo, he's flat-footed, and David Benavidez is too big, too skillful, too powerful, and that's why Canelo doesn't want to fight him. And I feel like Canelo is gonna fight. He's happy that he's gonna fight in September against Christian and Billy, but I hope that Canelo gets knocked out. I hope that he loses. We don't know. We don't know what version of Canelo we're gonna get. But Canelo is more flat-footed than ever now, but he still has some skill and experience. He has limited skills, not a lot of skills. And I think that he's gonna lose against Christian and Billy if Christian and Billy takes the fight really serious and focuses on the strategy, and he puts pressure on him and he uses his boxing ability. Because I think Christian and Billy has the power to knock him out, but will he catch Canelo? Will Canelo be able to use his veteran skills? We will see. But I am going for Christian and Billy because I don't like Canelo's ways. He's such a troll and disrespectful, and he deserves to get knocked out. And that's what I want to see. Frontline, Canelo already proved himself in the sport. As of late, he's just looking for low-risk, high-reward fights. Yeah, true. He's proven himself. Yeah, but now he's more flat-footed than ever, and he's not in his prime anymore. But that fight with Christian and Billy, I don't think it's a low-risk fight. I think it's a really dangerous fight for Canelo, and I think Canelo could possibly lose that fight. And I'm hoping that he does, because I don't like the way he's been. But I think he should fight Benavidez. But he's not going to want to end his career by getting knocked out. Because he's going to get knocked out if he fights David Benavidez. That's a fact. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Yes, so David Benavidez, man. David Benavidez. He looked really impressive. I like what I saw. The monster. Okay. This I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce it because it's a different language and I'm not familiar with the spelling. Well, I'm gonna try to just spell it out. MPABAOPYO6M6R says Gigi and Bivol. Okay, Gigi, he's done. Bivol. Okay, Bivol is a good fight for Benavidez. I think Benavidez will beat him too. I think that Benavidez is special. He's different. He's cut from a different cloth. He's definitely cut from a different cloth. He's fast. He can box. He's powerful. He's quick. He has it all. I think he's dangerous, and I think he's a problem. And I think he can beat everybody right now. Right now is his time, and he's the one that's gonna be the king of the Cinco de Mayo and all the Mexican holidays, September 14th. He said that since Canelo's fighting in Saudi Arabia, that it's perfect for him to have the date, to own the dates of the Mexican holidays like Cinco de Mayo and September 14th, all those Mexican Independence Day. Like, he is the one that has the right to own those dates, and he's earned it. And he says that, you know, he's fighting in the United States. He's not going to fight anybody in their country. There's some other fighter that wanted him to fight him in his country, and he said, why? When he could sell more in his country and he could sell more in here in the United States. Why would he want to fight him over there? So that's Zuffa Boxing Promotions, a boxer that nobody really knows about, that challenged, David Benavidez. If anybody knows the name of that fighter that challenged David Benavidez from Zuffa Promotions, they're not really doing a good service for boxing. They're doing a lot of controversy stuff with the Muhammad Ali Act, and I'm not gonna get into that, but I just know that Zuffa Boxing, they're not as experienced as these other. They don't even want to work with the Zone. They don't want to work with PBC. They're like dividing boxing. They don't want to work with anybody else, but at least the other companies work with each other. They go to the Zone. Top Rank is not Top Rank. Well, Bob Arum. He's no longer televising his fights on Top Rank. Yes, thank you. Jai Opatai ran to Zuffa. Yeah, he challenged David Benavidez to a fight, and he wanted David Benavidez to fight him in his country. And David Benavidez is like, why would I fight Jai Opatai in his country when I can make more money in his country and I can make more money in the United States? Like, why would I fight over there if I can make more money in the United States? Why? So fight him in the United States. Fight him over here. Fight Benavidez where Benavidez wants you to fight him. Jai Apatai, but nobody even knows who you are, Jai Apatai, only in your country. Maybe in your country. You best. And I'm from Russia. Hey, shout out to Russia. I tried to pronounce your name, but I couldn't pronounce it. But respect to you, my brother. I wasn't being disrespectful. I just was trying to pronounce your name, but I couldn't because it's Russian. NPABAOPYOY6M6R. Okay, thanks for tuning into my channel. Whew, that was a little rough, pronouncing that name, but respect to you. And subscribe to the Tony Also Knows Boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Do not be afraid to click the like button. Do not be afraid to subscribe and give your opinion on what you think of the boxing fights that are coming up. Errol Spence versus Tim Tszyu. What do you think about David Benavidez's recent impressive performance on Saturday? What do you guys think? And what do you think about Canelo being disrespectful? He's fighting in September, most likely in September. against Christian and Billy, and I hope that Canelo gets knocked out. I hope he gets knocked out because I don't like his disrespectful ways. Ruben Ramirez, we are all wondering why did Jai Opetaia sign with Zuffa knowing David Benavidez was coming up to cruiserweight? Yeah, good point. Good point. I lost my respect for Canelo for leaving and not watching David Benavidez. Yeah, he should have shown some respect. He's a hater. He don't want nobody else to look good. He wants to be the only one that everybody pays attention to. He's a narcissist. Canelo is a narcissist. Canelo is a narcissist. Yes, Renee Ray, 9290. I lost my respect for Canelo for leaving and not watching David Benavidez. Facts, man. He should have. And then Ruben, he should have stayed. So that way it could have been brought more intrigue and make more people want to watch the fight. But now it's going to make people more angry at Canelo and not respect him the way he thinks that they should respect him. Because why would a fighter that supposedly is supposed to be one of the top Mexican champions, act that way? That's so stupid. It's just like he has no respect. He has no etiquette. He needs to go to school and get educated and be more respectful, be humble. He needs a class on being humble. Canelo. Ruben B. Ramirez says, we're all wondering, why did Jai Opetaia sign with Zuffa knowing that David Benavidez was coming up to cruiserweight? I don't know, man. These fighters, they do things for clout. They want people to talk about it, but just to give their name some recognition. But he really don't want the fight, obviously, if he did that, if he stayed with Zuffa. Elaborate on that. Ruben B. Ramirez, elaborate a little bit more on that. Give me your comments, brother. I appreciate all your comments, man. It's very interesting. Everything you're saying. Jai Opetaia ran to Zuffa. Yep. All right. All my people from Russia, subscribe to the channel. All my people from Puerto Rico, subscribe to the channel. All my people from Mexico, my beautiful people from Mexico as well, subscribe to the channel. All my African American people, all my Anglo people, subscribe to the channel. This is a family. As long as we all come with respect and talk about boxing and keep it real and call things out for what they are, even if it's controversial, as long as it's real, it's not controversial, it's real version. And it don't matter where you're from. We're all family here. You know what I mean? As long as there's respect. That's all I need. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Subscribe to this channel. So do you think Canelo is washed up? Do you think Canelo's not going to be able to deal with Christian and Billy? What do you guys think about that fight? I think Christian and Billy has a chance to knock out Canelo, or I'll say beat him. Knock him out? I don't know. But I'm hoping that he wins by knockout or beats Canelo really bad. I don't like Canelo, so I'm gonna pound my chest really hard and hope that Canelo doesn't get any kind of glory in recent times, because the way he's been acting, he hasn't acted like a champion. He didn't respect David Benavidez was fighting on that day. He chose to only support Jaime Munguia. He shows that he's a jealous person. He's a jealous person, and he's trying to act like he's bigger than David Benavidez. When David Benavidez, this is his time right now. Canelo, you had your time. You had your time. And you just don't like the fact that somebody is shining more than you. Because right now, what have you done for me lately? Or what have you done for the fans lately? All you have done is lost to Crawford. Lost to Crawford. And what does that prove? You can never deal with a boxer. You never knew how to deal with a boxer. So that's why Crawford schooled you and made you look silly. And Crawford could have knocked you out. He could have, but he chose to just to dominate you. But he could have knocked you out. Canelo, he could have knocked you out. So, what do you guys think? Errol Spence, do you think he has what it takes to be the best version of himself? Or do you think he's done because of what happened with him in the ring when he fought Crawford? He got knocked out. July 2023 was the last time that Errol Spence fought. And he's taking a tough fight in Tim Tszyu. No tune-ups. And Tim Tszyu believes that he made a mistake. And Errol Spence believes that he's ready for this, that he's built for this, that this is nothing new to him, and that Tim Tszyu is not even as good as his father was. That's what he said. Not in those words, but he said that. And he believes that that it's going to be very liberating and very satisfying to beat Tim Tszyu in his country of Australia. It's going to be even more satisfying. So, we'll see. We'll see. But I like Errol Spence. I'm very sentimental when it comes to boxing, and I was always a fan of Errol Spence. I'm rooting for Errol Spence, but I don't know who's going to win that fight, to tell you the truth. And what do you think about Xander Zayas, Jaron Ennis? You know that that fight is coming soon, next month, June 27th. I think that Jaron Ennis and Xander Zayas is going to be a competitive fight. Very, very tough. And I believe that Xander Zayas has all that it takes to actually outbox Jaron Ennis and school him. But that remains to be seen. He has the better footwork, the better resume. The only fighter that Jaron Ennis has fought in the 154 weight class division was Luima. Nobody knows who he is. And that's the only experience he has in the 154 weight class division. Xander Zayas has more experience than Jaron Ennis. He fought Abbas Barral, a champion that knocked down and defeated undefeated Cuban Tellers, and nobody expected for him to do that. And he beat Jorge Garcia. He beat like a lot of undefeated contenders to gain the championship of the WBO in the junior middleweight division, and he earned that. And I think that those are tougher opponents, way better opponents than what Jaron Ennis has faced. Okay, I say Stanionis was a decent opponent. It was a decent opponent, but he wasn't at the level of Abbas Barral. So I think he unified the belts at 147, but he didn't earn the belt by beating Crawford. They stripped Crawford of his belt, and that's how he was able to get the championship at the 147 for Crawford. But he didn't fight Crawford to get it. So I think that he has like 10 more fights than Xander Zayas, 12 more fights, but that doesn't mean he has more experience. I think that Xander Zayas has more experience at 154 and has the better resume, if you ask me. And I just totally believe that. I'm not being biased. I'm not saying that because he's Puerto Rican, but I just believe that Xander Zayas has the better resume than Jaron Ennis. But I think they're both talented and they're both athletic in different ways. But I just feel like a lot of people are not giving Xander Zayas his proper etiquette and his proper credit for what he's accomplished. He's a unified champion for a reason, and he is very skillful, very, very skillful. He can box, and I know that Jaron Ennis has struggled with boxers, and he doesn't like boxers. He likes to fight toe to toe. He doesn't like to box. He only boxes, but he doesn't. He boxes when he needs to, but he's not really a boxer. He's more of a brawler than a boxer. He has very good athleticism. He can put his hands down, and he fights awkward, and he can throw combinations from different angles, and his speed is really good, and he's really the way he throws his combinations, he could go from slow to fast. His speed. That's what Keith Cologne alluded to, and yeah, okay. So there's different variables of athleticism, but when it comes to footwork, Xander Zayas has the way better footwork than Jaron Ennis, and he also has a better resume than him. Unlike most people that are talking, they don't want to admit, they want to just over-glorify Jaron Ennis, and they want to under-glorify Xander Zayas. So that's just like, that's just the way a lot of people are. They want to be accepted by the mainstream popular opinion that Jaron Ennis he's a special fighter, but he hasn't proven it yet against a special fighter like Xander Zayas. So this is what we're gonna see. Xander Zayas is gonna bring out the best in Jaron Ennis, and Jaron Ennis is gonna bring out the best in Xander Zayas. But I believe that Xander Zayas is confident, and he truly believes that he can beat Jaron Ennis. He's not scared of him. So that's the thing that makes this fight so intriguing and so like really important for people to really feel anxious to watch it, because they see the confidence that he's exuding to the masses when he speaks the way he speaks. Xander Zayas about Jaron Ennis, like he says that he's a really good fighter, but he's fought fighters that were tailor made for his style, and that's what Xander Zayas said about Jaron Ennis. And Jaron Ennis says that Xander Zayas is slow. So if he thinks Xander Zayas is slow, Wow, man, he's underestimating because he's not slow. He's not slow. Do you guys think Zanazias is slow, or you think Joran Ennis is saying that because he wants to believe that he's not as good as Zanazias believes that he is? Maybe, I don't know, but I think Zanazias is definitely confident, very skillful, and the powerful puncher in this fight is Joran Ennis. Let's not get it twisted. Like, I think he is the one-punch power hitter is Joran Ennis. So what Zanazias has to do to make sure that he wins the fight, to secure a victory, he would have to fight on the outside, throw in the jab, and fight on the inside in spurts. Don't stay on the inside for too long. Only do that to hit him in the body, and whenever you have a chance to hit him, and don't stay in there too long and for the counters of Joran Ennis, because then that could be detrimental for Xander. But I think Xander's eyes could take a punch, but you know, Joran Ennis is another level, another type of puncher. He throws at different speeds, so I think that it's important for Xander's eyes to win this fight. He would have to fight on the outside, frustrate Joran Ennis, throw the jab, uppercut, move, lateral movement, and in spurts, fight inside, and tie him up if you could, and throw body shots. Tie him up on the inside, you know? That's what I think Zanazias should do. All right, Arcangel, up Mexico, you bastards. David Benavidez all day. Hey, man, I respect David Benavidez. He's one of my favorite fighters, man. I'm Puerto Rican, but one of my favorite fighters is David Benavidez and Zanazias. So, like, no, there's no disrespect over here, but, you know, just come respectful, man. I'm not no bastard, and none of us here are bastards. You know, just come respectful. I love David Benavidez. I'm a David Benavidez fan, and you don't have to be Mexican to be a David Benavidez fan. If you appreciate a great fighter with power and boxing skills and speed, that David Benavidez does have speed, boxing skills, power, everything, and he's tall, and I'm impressed with David Benavidez. I really love what he's doing, and he's a problem, man. He's the man, and Canelo got to stop avoiding him. That's what I say, Arcangel. Canelo's avoiding him, right, Arcangel? 4448. Canelo is not giving him the proper respect and the proper etiquette that David Benavidez deserves. I think that David Benavidez intimidates Canelo. He intimidates him. Oh, that's what's up, man. Arcangel, no, that's all good, man. That's all good, man. I love that. I love that you show your pride, and that's good. When you said bastards, I was like, damn, man. But you didn't mean it like that. So, enough respect to you. To my Mexican people, to all my Mexican brothers and sisters, one love. Puerto Rico and Mexico, we're brothers. We're brothers. We're great at boxing, and we are brothers, man. We are brothers, and we're great at what we do. Arcangel, showing some pride, no disrespect. Word up, man. Shout out to my Mexican brother Arcangel right there, 444. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. David Benavidez, man, respect. Put some respect on that name. David Benavidez, man. I'm a fan of David Benavidez. I've been following David Benavidez for a while. They have not given him the proper credit until now. But I knew that David Benavidez was going to be this monster that he always was. But a lot of people weren't giving him the credit that he properly deserved. And I'm glad that he's getting the respect that he deserves. And I want Canelo to get beat down by David Benavidez. Or if he don't get beat down by David Benavidez, I want him to lose to Christian and Billy on September. Because I don't like the way he treated Benavidez. He ignored his main event and only supported the undercard, Jaime Munguia, kind of throwing shade at David Benavidez because he's jealous of David Benavidez. Because David Benavidez is the new Mexican monster. He's the real Mexican monster. He's the real Mexican monster. He kind of reminds me of Felix Trinidad a little bit. A little bit. All right. Sorry, I don't want to butcher your name. Jaquina Rizzola. Yeah, I lost respect for Canelo. That was a bogus SF. You're right. I don't like the way Canelo operated, man. Why you gotta go to his undercard and support Jaime Munguia, but don't support the main event of David Benavidez? He's definitely throwing shade at David Benavidez. He's jealous. I think he's jealous of David Benavidez, Canelo. Canelo will never be as great as David Benavidez. David Benavidez fights everybody. He fights all comers. Canelo picks and chooses. That's what I don't like about Canelo. All right. Romero. David took his date. Yeah, David took his date. Yeah, that's good. He deserved it. He earned it. He earned that. Jaquina Rizzola, 1198. David took his date. He earned it. I think David Benavidez earned that date. And everybody they're saying that Benavidez don't got no power in the higher weight class. That's not true. I think his body's comfortable in that weight, and now he doesn't have to drain himself so much. So now I think he's stronger now, and he proved to his Zurdo. I thought that he lost some of his power wasn't as effective in the higher weights. It wasn't in the beginning, but I think his body is acclimated to the weight, and I think he feels stronger at that weight. I think so. That's my opinion. And I think David is the new face. Yep. Yeah. Brad Lange. Yep. David is the new face. Shout out to Brad Lange, EO80D. Subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Yeah. He's the new face. Okay. Jaquina Rizola. 1198. David was so fast, so he was. Man, he is fast. I was impressed with that victory. 6-round knockout. I want to see more. What do you guys think about David Benavidez fighting Canelo? I don't think that's gonna happen. I think he's gonna fight Bivol or Benavidez. Benavidez. Yeah, that's the one that everybody wants to see too. Vincent D'Agostino 6431. Mi amigo, muchos Latino boxers are jealous. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. There's always a lot of jealousy, but you should stick together, man. Like we all like Latinos, Mexicans. You gotta stick together. Arcangel, stay up. I subscribe. Much love to PR. Yeah, much love to you, Mexico too, man. Got nothing but love for you. From Puerto Rico to Mexico, we're brothers, man. Thanks for tuning into the channel, my brother. We are the monsters of the boxing game. We are problems, man. The Puerto Rico and Mexico, we give the flavor to the sport, man. We give a lot of flavor to the sport. We make the sport interesting too, a little bit more interesting, Brad Lang, EO80D. Hey, homie, my boy just won the Golden Gloves in Indiana. 132, 16, 17 years old division. Yeah, man. Shout out to your boy who won the Golden Gloves. Brad Lang. He says, hey, homie, my boy just won the Golden Gloves in Indiana. 132, 16, 17 years old division. Yeah, man. Shout out to him, man. Respect to him, man. I wish your family and your homeboy nothing but success and a lot of great victories and a great accomplishments, man. There's nothing that you can't accomplish, man. And I'm proud of you, Brad Lang. I'm proud of what your homeboy is doing. And stay in tune to my channel. Subscribe and let me know more about what's going on with his career. Maybe I can interview him. All right, subscribe to the channel. Tony also knows boxing. Jaquina Razola, number 3. She says Munguia might be on juice, respectfully. Well, they said he was moving more now. Maybe he's on some juice. I don't know. Jaquina Razola, Brad, 100, fire. Brad Lang, thanks, y'all. Yo, nothing but respect, man. Nothing but love and respect to you, Brad Lang. And to your homeboy who's doing good in boxing. And he won the Golden Gloves. And I want you to let me know more about his career so maybe I can interview him. And maybe, I'm here to support my Latino brothers, man, from all over across the globe, everywhere. I'm trying to support all my brothers. Don't matter, Latino, African American, Anglo, wherever you are, Mexican, Puerto Rican, we all family. As long as you come with respect and you embrace the truth, then we could be one. Because we all about sharing and caring and growing and encouraging, and each one teach one. We all got to teach each other and learn, and we all could build a nation together. We could accomplish a lot. Jaquina Razola, for sure, I just subbed. I appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. All my regulars come here, and I got new people that just came here. Jaquina Razola, a new one. Brad Lang, another new one. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Arcangel, another new one. My Mexican brother, I appreciate you. Stay up. I subscribe. Much love to PR. Yes, my Mexican brother. Arcangel, I appreciate you, man. All you guys are family, man. This is my family. I got some new people in my channel subscribing, and this is what it's all about, man. Just bringing unity between all Latinos, African Americans, Anglos. As long as there's realness and love and truth, if we embrace all that, then we could be one family without getting offended, because we all embrace the truth. No matter what I say, you're gonna still gravitate to what I'm saying because it's real, and what I say is real. It's always going to be real. Check out my music on all major platforms as well. Subscribe to Tony Also Knows Boxing. Click like, and don't be afraid to comment and give me your feedback on what you think about the Errol Spence fight. You think he's gonna have the same? You're gonna have the same Errol Spence? He hasn't fought since July 2023, since he lost to Crawford. Let's see what happens. Jaquina Razola, are you on PR? I don't live in PR, but I got my family over there. My sister, my uncle, they all live there, and my nieces and nephews. But no, I'm Boricua till I die. You know, I keep it real and I represent. But I grew up in Marlboro Projects, Brooklyn. But I speak Spanish and English. I spoke Spanish first, and then I learned English when I was 5 years old, kindergarten, around there. Yeah. All right. Twin John, Bivol versus Benavidez. Who you got? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I think I got Benavidez, man, but it's an interesting fight because Bivol's no slouch, and Bivol's a very, very fast, technical boxer. But I think Benavidez got this. They sparred before, but you know, sparring is different. But I believe that Benavidez has his number. That's just what I feel. But it's gonna be a competitive fight. I don't think it's gonna be an easy fight. But subscribe to the channel. Tony Also Knows Boxing. Thanks for the comment, Twin Quan. And subscribe to my channel. Thanks for the comment. Subscribe to the channel. Tony Also Knows Boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Check out my music as well. If you want to hear my new single, I Won't Stop. And my other new single, I Want to Be Free. And there's another one called Don't You Know. It's like, you know, my music is just growing. It's just expanding. Yes, so check it out. Jaquin Rizola. Do you like Belanga? I don't like with like he just makes everything about showboating and showing off, but then the boxing skills he's got to improve and take boxing more serious. That's what I say about Edgar Berlanga. I'm not gonna say I don't like him. I just don't like what he's representing right now. He's representing a lot of buffoonery right now. I just feel like he should just take his boxing career more serious, and I'll support him. I will support him if he fights, but I want him to get more serious about his boxing career. That's all I'm saying. Subscribe to the channel. Tony Also Knows Boxing. You're tuning into my channel. Peace. Yes. So give me your comments. Let me know. And remember, Canelo is fighting in September, and I am hoping that Christian and Billy knocks him the F out, because I don't like the way Canelo did David Benavidez, and I'm gonna keep it real. I don't like what he did. Okay, subscribe to the channel. Tony Also Knows Boxing. Do I like Palanco? Palanco, who's Palanco? Subscribe to the channel. Tony Also Knows Boxing.